Hi, my name is Lori Wood. I'm giving a persuasive speech on DNA collection to start a national database, and I believe that that should begin at birth. DNA is a genetic makeup that is hereditary to everybody from their parents, and this is contained in each cell of the human body. In 2007, President Bush signed into effect National Screening Saves Lives Act. This act allows for the collection of DNA with or without parent notification at birth, and this DNA is used to perform screening for multiple congenital, genetic, and metabolic disorders. Once the disorder is identified, this act also provides education and health services to the child or newborn that has been identified to have these genetic disorders. According to Myrick, who is with the American Journal of Family Law, paternity can be determined to 99.9% accuracy with the use of DNA, and in doing so, this would prove very accurately who the paternal parents are of a newborn or of a person. This would allow the state to relinquish some of the monies that they have been using up until this point to support children who do not have a known parent, such as a father who's not living with them. By using this DNA, we would be able to identify responsible parties for a child, and thus we would be saving billions of dollars for the taxpayers in the United States itself for the support that's been given to these children up until this point. So that is another reason a database would identify automatically who the father or the mother is of the children. According to Beth Persils, she's a former managing editor for the National Institute of Justice. There is a new program, or relatively new program, called NamUs. NamUs is a compilation of federal data banks and other state and local law enforcement databases that kind of bridges the gap between such sources so that they can use information that's been collected over time and compile this information to identify someone, for example, who's been found deceased and has no identification. It has information that is entered into this bank by law enforcement, by medical examiners, coroners, and also by family and loved ones of missing persons. This information is not something that one can go on and just put in pictures or update general information. This is all information that's confirmed and allowed to be added to this database. However, it can be accessed by anybody. Another aspect that I wanted to bring into effect is the fact that DNA up until this point has been relatively new in our court systems. There are many people that we've seen over the last few years that have been released from prison, acquitted of their crime because the DNA didn't match and showed that they did not perpetuate a crime. So DNA can be used to place a criminal at a crime scene, but it can also be used to eliminate a suspect from being processed and put into a criminal facility when it's not warranted and they're a innocent person. So the reason that I think that you should have a national data DNA-based start at birth is because of the fact that there are so many people in the United States. It would take several years for this database to be compiled. It would also be added to the compiled databases that are known currently, and in the future it would be almost impossible to go undetected as far as being an unidentified victim or having a victim that needs to have closure with their family. It would also eliminate people from spending time in prison that don't deserve to be there. It would also include criminals that do deserve to spend their time behind bars. It would identify genetic disabilities that children would need to have identified and treated early. And it would also give children who rightfully should be supported by both parents an avenue to make that happen. Right now, it's, there's a possibility of a mother having a child not knowing who that father is. This way, this child would be able to identify who their father is and receive the support that they rightfully should receive. That concludes my speech. Thanks.